Okay, here is February 2022 K1 Speed Phoenix GP Challenge League Race. That is a lot to say. Glad I got my footage working again. I thought I got everything for the January race, and it didn't work. Battery was not apparently healthy anymore, so I got that sorted. So I qualified on this one P5. Joseph's in P3, Ian in 4, and we're all very close. We had very similar times. I was slow this whole night. Out of the entire night, all three, the two qualifiers in the main race, what is that, 38 laps. I had only one lap in the 25, so it was a 25.8. I don't know what was wrong with me. Anyway, grid start again. We did this in January, and it's kind of interesting, different, and cool, and not as chaotic as I thought it would be. So I get a good jump here on Ian. I'm halfway up his cart, but I backed out. I did not want to be the one to cause a crash in turn 1 of lap 1. So I backed out, thought I would live to fight another day. Was feeling pretty good that I feel pretty confident racing with other karts, and Ian and Joseph have typically been behind me in the past, so I thought I might be able to make a run on these guys. And I kind of fall back a little bit here, but catching back up again. And as we come toward the end of lap 2 here, we have this happening. So one of the guys toward the back of the field had some sort of incident there, so they red flag and shut us down. I cut some of the footage on here so you don't have to sit and watch 3 minutes of nothing. But I don't think it was that cart that they swapped out. I'm not really sure. They ended up swapping out a cart that was at the hairpin. Got that sorted. So I think we had a back marker who's now kind of mixed in with the front of the field. And there we go with a green flag again. And here I'm trying to chase Ian down. And then we have an incident up here where it's hard to see, but Joseph ran into Michael. And when that happened and Michael was kind of sideways, Ian was behind Michael. I got a nice free overtake, unfortunately for Ian. And then it looked like Joseph kind of backed off, let Michael take his position back, which was good. The problem with all of this, though, is it took so much time, and with Michael spinning halfway sideways, he fell too far back to be able to contend for first place, which is kind of a bummer, but that's racing. So I felt like I had pretty good pace here. I got that free overtake on Ian, and then we get another back marker, spun and stuck on a turn. It's weird. I don't typically see that a whole lot. So I'm chasing Joseph down, feeling like I'm doing pretty good here. I'm getting close. Felt comfortable with this cart. This cart felt much better than the one I had in the second qualifying session. Man, that's sloppy. Not helping me. So with that poor run through the chicane, Ian comes flying up and then tries to duck inside there at the hairpin, but he really was not. He didn't have enough room to get there, and then comes after me again. Definitely didn't have enough room there. You don't even see his cart until I'm halfway through there, and he's bumping me out of the way. But he had pretty good pace, and I give him credit that he was on me. I go somewhat defensive there because I know he's behind me, and so now I'm kind of in a position where I had been trying to chase down Joseph, but now I'm so preoccupied with Ian tapping me from behind and bumping me through some of these turns that I'm trying to be aware of that. Didn't really want to go defensive on it, because then that's, giving up on Joseph, who you can see he's pulling away. So I'm still trying to take a normal line there, but I get hit in the back from Ian again. He pushes me much further into that turn than I wanted to go, but on we go. So we're halfway through this race, and this is about the point where I am losing any confidence that I'm going to catch up with Joseph, and I'm shaking my head in there because I feel like I am driving like garbage, and know I'm slow. I think I'm turning way early going through that chicane. Not way early, but early. And my braking is poor. I feel like I'm braking too much, braking too early, braking too much. Finally get through that chicane halfway decent. So I think I stay a little bit wide, take the normal line because I felt like I had a good run. And hoping that I can get a little bit of distance between me and Ian, because I haven't felt him tap me quite as much by now. So I'm just trying to stick my lines wide there, and keep him at bay. Maybe something will happen with Joseph, but you can see I start going somewhat defensive now on that hairpin, probably all the way through the rest of this race. Now I'm committed that Joseph's out of reach. I'm in P4, gained one position on a night that just was not my night, and so I'm content to just try to hang with this and retain my P4. So there I go, somewhat defensive again, about the middle of that lane. I don't see him diving up the inside, so even if he did and he got a good run, he's got room to try to make that move. But I'm really forcing him to make a decision. You're either going to go inside or you can follow me on the outside, but I'm not going to make it easy or try. Bumping walls again there. So now we've got 2 laps to go here, and I felt like I was at least a little bit in the rhythm, but it just was it was a rough night for me overall. I think my fastest lap in this race was a 26.3, which is not great, and I just was off. It happens, but it was a good battle with Ian. Last lap here, I still know he's right behind me, but for the last few laps here, I did not feel like he was trying to make a move anymore, that he was close enough to make a move. And Joseph's well ahead of me. Michael's out there. Marissa kind of just ran away with it after that incident in lap 2. And, good for her. Another good race, but it was a good battle, a lot of fun. Overall, really good time with everybody. We had 13 racers in this race. It was overall clean. A couple of guys that had spun out, back markers, but we had some new people. That was fun. And this might be the last race at this particular track for everyone, the last league race. We are being told the Phoenix K1 Speed location, they are the Phoenix K1 Speed is relocating to somewhere that's only within a mile away, so that'll be that's easy, but a much bigger place, and they're gonna have 2 tracks, so that's pretty exciting. But we're told it's happening in March, and when I asked the manager, he could not say whether that was going to be before or after the league race. So interesting. I kind of hope it's before, because that would there's Marissa, because that would mean none of us really have very much experience, and that will, I think, throw things off. We'll see. Maybe not. Michael and Marissa are both really good drivers. They have a lot of experience on this track as former employees, but I think even if they didn't, they're both very good. So I don't think that's any sort of an unfair advantage. But if it is, that will be equalized as we all go to this new location. So either next month or the month after. And Yeah, so that was a P4 finish in this race, P3 finish in the first race. Marissa had P1 in, I think, January and February. Michael, P2, February, or January and February. Yeah, it was a good time. A couple of new guys. That's a new guy. That's a newer guy, Glenn, who apparently has been coming to K1 Speed Phoenix for like 19, 20 years, back to when it were gas carts. So we talked for a bit. That was cool. He did a really good job. I think his first qualifier, he was in the 27s. His second qualifier, he was 26 flat, which puts him, right in contention there for probably, I think he was a P7 start. And yeah, I think he's going to be coming around and joining the front of the pack before too long. And that's Joseph and Ian and Michael coming up here. So they talk a little bit about that incident, and so I'll end this video and just let that go. But thanks for watching.
I think it's Glenn. I think that new guy over there. Joe tapping me a lot, and like it sandwiched me with the and I was like, boom, boom, and I was like, whoa, I'm like, someone's right on my ass. That was good. I really didn't think I'd hit you that hard. I was trying to hit you like in the middle, so like if anything, like. That was good. Did Marissa run away with it? I didn't even see what happened.
I hit the back of him when he like.
Oh.
And then Marissa was gone. And then he stopped on the yellow flag, and I caught up a lot, and then they put the yellow flag dude right in front of me.
That I did not get. Yeah, that was weird.